Does being a legendary music teacher justify being a terrible father?
Mr. Holland's Opus is a movie that pretty much spans the life of Glenn Holland, who starts off as a frustrated, self-centered artist, and he takes a job as a music teacher kind of begrudgingly just to pay the bills. But as the story progresses, he starts to connect with his students and really develop a passion for what he's doing. His life isn't super easy. In fact, it's full of ups and downs. But ultimately, I think it's a beautiful tribute to teachers who dedicate their lives to making a difference, especially in the arts and in music. So I think everyone should watch Mr. Holland's Opus at least once and enjoy it. It's full of great music. It's meaningful, it's emotional, it's touching, and it's a really beautiful story.
Hey, welcome back to What Do You Think of This, where we are revisiting the best things from our past to let you know whether they're the best thing for your future. I'm Jeff Abiad. That's Josue Escobar.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Josue.
What's up, man?
I looked it up last week when I asked you what you thought an opus was.
Yeah, I looked it up too after watching this movie, actually. And I'm like, where is the opus in this movie?
Yeah, it's not an animal. It's not a keepsake approximately 4 by 12 in a box. It's not a magical element at all. What is an opus, Josue?
An opus is a catalog of work, a musical work of a composer.
That's right. That's right. Latin for work literally means work.
Yep.
So a masterpiece, a career-defining work.
Yes.
Yeah, which is appropriate.
I guess.
Well, I mean, for the theme of the movie.
Yeah, for the theme of the movie, yes.
That we're going to be talking today, which is Mr. Holland's Opus.
I wouldn't call it a masterpiece, though.
Well, don't let the cat out of the bag.
All right.
But this movie brings up feelings for me because it involves teachers, and we've all had teachers.
Yeah, for sure.
Is there any teacher from your history that you have since revisited years later?
What do you mean? Like I went to visit them like physically?
Like at the end of this movie, all of these students interact with their teacher who could have been, 30, 20 years ago.
That's
have
true.
You come across any old teachers like that?
Man, no, I haven't.
No high school reunions, no.
Nope.
Nothing.
I mean, gosh. I remember catching up with teachers maybe a couple years after.
I was going to say at our wedding, I think at least one of my teachers came, but that was not even 5 years after high school.
Yeah, same with me. I don't think as an adult, I don't think I've seen a teacher that I
Is there
remember.
any teacher you would like to run across? Like if you saw them, you would be like excited about it?
You know what's really funny is, there is. The name comes to mind, right? Mrs. Arnett. But if I saw her on the street, I don't think I could remember her. Like her face. I've already forgotten her face.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's plenty of teachers like that. I feel like I've just forgotten their faces. Like my music teacher in high school or guitar teacher, I wouldn't be able to pick them out in a crowd if you know.
I was walking through the grocery store the other day and I walked by somebody that we both know from years ago, but it was completely out of context. And it was an older gentleman. And it wasn't until I passed him, it was like 15 seconds after that it clicked. But we locked eyes for a hot second. And then I went on. And as it happened, I thought, something triggered, but I didn't know what. And then it was too late. And I'm like, I either have to chase this man down, who I know, but I don't know super well. And I'm not even sure if he remembers who I am.
Yeah.
And then be like, hey, or just hope I run into him again, or just don't see him, which I didn't. I'm terrible at stuff like that. I'm just like, it's fine.
Who do you think it was?
It's somebody, well, nobody on the podcast is going to know, so it doesn't matter. It was the president.
The president? Oh, man. Hi, Mr. President.
Of my student council from 1995 when this movie came out.
1995, yeah.
I was a sergeant at arms in our student council.
When does this movie start? It starts in the 70s or 60s?
It starts in the 60s, 1965.
Crazy.
Yeah. Okay, well, I got a game to set us up today because
Okay, cool.
this opus, this film is all about music and a music teacher.
Film? Film?
Just pronouncing all the words. I don't know how to pronounce it like that. Just using all the letters I can. Okay, I have 2 stacks of cards here. If you are watching online, this is a game all about music, but with a little creative spin. Okay, I'm calling it today Mr. Holland's Band Ballroom Blitz. No, not ballroom.
Okay.
Let's call it room.
For a second there, I thought maybe you'd be like, I thought it was like, all right, we have to play this game, but we can't hear a thing.
Yeah. Let's call it Mr. Holland's Band Room Blitz.
All right, bedroom blitz.
Okay, I have 2 stacks of cards here in my hands that if you're watching on YouTube or Spotify, you can see. Otherwise, just trust me. One of these stacks of cards is a list of songs that are in this movie, Mr. Holland's Opus. They're featured in there. So that's that. This second list of cards are all band instruments.
Okay.
Now, I shuffled the songs. I didn't shuffle the instruments because they're going to get progressively more challenging. Okay. And what you have to do, we're going to kind of work together on this, and then the listeners can total their score and see if they can beat us.
Okay.
But we're going to take turns back and forth drawing a song and an instrument.
Oh, gosh.
And you have to perform the song as that instrument. Okay. So, and then I have to guess what the instrument is, 1 point. What the song is, 2nd point. Bonus point, who wrote it?
And all of this pretending as if you'd grown up without hearing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
In sign language.
It's sign language.
Okay. 30 points possible total.
All right.
You want to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Yeah, heck yeah.
So go ahead and draw yourself a song.
Anyone? Have to do the top one, or can I shuffle it?
No, it's
already
shuffled.
shuffled.
It's shuffled.
All right.
Yeah. So just pull the top one and then pull an instrument. And
I can't read this. It's upside down.
Again, you have to perform the song as the instrument. So try and not.
What if you don't know the song?
You got it. You
I
don't
guess-
know the song?
I guess.
It probably is.
It probably is that song. Okay.
If not, this is going to be a wild ride. And then pull yourself an instrument there.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Josue has now drawn.
I can't act it out, right?
No. If this gets real bad, but people are listening, so they're not going to see
I
your
want to test out my
emotions.
sounds real quick. Okay, cool. Got it.
Got it. Okay, I can't wait.
You're gonna get this.
Okay. I want to hit a bass drum. Okay, got it. I say, if you're listening along, if you must have it by now, Louie Louie.
Yep.
Is that the name of the song?
Yeah.
I don't.
Which I didn't know what it was, the name of the song, like when I know it.
Louie Louie.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
I didn't know he was saying
baby.
Louie Louie.
When I was a kid,
I thought it was just like ooey ooh. I thought it was just noise.
Isn't
nonsense.
that the controversy around this song? Like it was controversial because people didn't know what he was saying and they thought it was
I mean,
explicit or something.
It's all what song? This I'm gathering the song was like 60s, 70s.
65, right?
So-
or somewhere in the 60s?
So like yeah, everyone was on LSD at
Okay,
that point.
I'm going to, not yet, not till the 70s. I guess a little bit of both. You sounded like a kazoo. That wasn't that though. Give me another run on the instrument.
Want me to do the same song or something
Yeah,
different?
Okay, now it sounds like a stringed instrument or an insect in my ear. I'm gonna say that's got to be a violin. I know there's at least okay,
You're right, a violin.
And I don't know who wrote that. Let me wait. It's not. It's some. It's like a band name.
Yeah. That's right.
I need to write down the score here. Is this a band?
No.
Oh, I don't know.
Should I tell you?
Yeah,
Should I tell
please.
you? Richard Berry, the Kingsmen.
The Kingsmen. I don't. Okay.
I don't know if the Kingsmen's the album. I guess Kingsman's the album, and Richard Berry is the dude.
Richard Berry, not Richard Dreyfuss.
Nope.
So, okay, that's 2 for me.
A 2 for you.
Okay, here we go. I'm drawing a song. Song number 2.
Oh gosh, this is gonna be crazy.
Okay. And an instrument. Okay. Ready?
Watch it be a drum.
Nope. I can't do it in that key. I'm trying to. Okay.
In that key.
The key that I hear it in my head, I can't impersonate this instrument. Okay, I got it.
Okay, look at all the people. John Lennon.
Yeah.
I don't know the name of the song, but is it?
It's the first
look
word.
Look at all the people.
Not
Something
look.
like that? Well, I don't know. Look.
Can you hear? Da 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 da. I'm trying to get you to the first word of every line of the verse.
Listen to all the people. Hear all the people.
Here, let me give you the verse.
No. Look at all the people. I thought it was look at all the people.
It's beyond looking, though. You're not actually looking.
Feeling all the people.
Okay, no, I'm just
Seeing
gonna.
all the people?
Everybody at home is screaming at you right now.
Jumping all the people. I don't listen to the Beatles, guys.
Imagine.
I don't care. Imagine all the people.
Imagine all the people.
I don't want to imagine.
Living for today.
And that was a saxophone.
No.
A trumpet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's too bad.
It sounded like a sax.
Yeah. So wait, that's 1 point then for you.
Yep,
Okay.
just 1 point. I thought it was a sax.
I pride myself
Because
in
you
my
were also
trumpet.
doing this.
Well, I was trying to hold it off the mic, little three-fingered action.
Yeah. Okay. See, I didn't act
That's what the
mine.
headphones on is hard.
I didn't act
Oh,
mine.
I shouldn't have done that. Sorry. Nope. If you're listening at home, I didn't do anything. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, you draw a card. Next song. So we're at 3 points total so far. Everybody, let us know how you're doing below.
Oh gosh. I don't know this song. I'd have to hear it. Dang it.
I don't know what to do at this point. We found a flaw in the system.
All right, and we're back. All right, ready?
I don't know.
No, wait. I don't, dude.
It's like a gentle wind. I don't know. Can you hum it without? But based on the fact that you whistled, I think I have an idea what instrument you're going for. But
Yeah.
But give me more of the melody there.
I only listened to a few seconds of it, here and there. So I mean, it all sounds pretty much the same.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say it's a flute.
Okay, you're right.
Because it's a little unfair, but I had a feeling. I don't know.
It's not in. It's in the movie, probably it's probably not a song that they do with the band or like on marching or anything like that. It's probably just one of those passing background songs.
Okay.
Or I don't know. Or maybe he did it on the piano or something.
Okay.
Never heard of this before.
What is it?
Stronger on the Shore.
Stronger on the Shore.
Yeah, by Archer Bilk.
Oh, is this the
clearest song?
Oh, the clarinet song.
The clarinet song. Yep.
The one that she tries to play over and over again and she squeaks. It's
is that it?
Da, 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 da,
I didn't even know that was a song. I thought you were just trying to do a scale. Sorry.
Because then they play it at the end with the whole orchestra.
Really?
When all of a sudden the orchestra is amazing. It goes from her squeaking and then playing the sunset, and then it skips forward and she's in her graduation cap and gown, and it's just like the string section sounds like it came right out of Walt Disney Studios.
Oh, totally went over my head.
Okay, well, at least I got flute somehow on that. Okay, 1 point.
Oh, yeah, it's your turn.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. And we got to move it along here. Oh, you're not going to get this.
Mm-mm.
How about this? Here we go.
Is it a tuba?
Oh man, I really thought I had you there. It is not.
Is it the? It's like that. It's the music in between that starts off the show Gilligan's Island after the main theme.
We're doing really bad.
It's, you know what I mean? Like right after the Gilligan's Island, and then it's like, hey Skipper. That's what it sounded like.
If you're at home, just remember all these songs are featured in Mr. Holland's Opus. I don't know this whole song. I can just think of the I'm looking at the song title and the
When did they
tune
play
that I'm
it?
singing. It's like background music in one of the interstitial scenes, like maybe when he heads into summer or something. But
If you're not into like the music of this movie,
well, the era though,
of the era, yeah, then you're not gonna.
it's by a man called Len Barry.
Never heard of him. And what instrument is that? It's pointless. I don't know what. I know. Is that not a tuba or trombone? Is
It's
that
a trombone.
Oh, a trombone. Okay.
Oh, is that what you meant the whole time? Well, sorry,
tuba,
no.
trombone.
Those are different.
Tuba's the boom, boom, boom.
It's called 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ah, da, 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 da,
Do you know this music before this?
I recognize the songs. This is not a song that I would be like, oh yeah, but okay, 0 points.
You know, I feel bad for these musicians, these people that wrote these music,
Why?
because it's lost on like my generation or new generations, and it's kind of sad.
Yeah. Well, maybe you'll know this next one. Here's hoping. God, we need to win. The problem is the instruments are getting harder now. This is going to be the longest segment.
Oh gosh, I know this song, but I can't. Oh my gosh. And then this is what the heck?
If you absolutely can't get it, I'm going to have to at least give it to our listeners because I feel bad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Okay, you want me to do it? We call it 0, unless you can do.
I can't. I mean I can't.
Okay, I had a feeling.
I can't hear the song in my
I'm
head.
going to give you a little motion on it too.
I know who that is.
Okay.
Like I'm thinking about what's it called? Little Einsteins.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah. You guys know it, right? Aren't you picturing little cartoon characters?
I gotta give it more of a rounded tone.
Rotondo.
Imagine my hand inside the bell of this brass instrument.
French horn.
Yep. Well, you knew that. What's the song, Josue?
It's the French
for
horn.
0
it's
points.
Monet in G.
Minuet.
Minuets in G.
Minuet in G.
Christian Sebastian Bach or something like that.
Johann. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I have a feeling I know how this entire discussion is going to go.
I need to go back and watch My Little Einsteins again.
Yeah, or Mr. Holland's Opus. This song is actually written by Christian Petzold. So the fact in this movie was wrong. It has been found out after the fact that Bach didn't write it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently.
Dang.
That's according to Wikipedia, so I don't know.
You know, it's funny. I should have paid more attention to the music in this movie.
Oh, okay.
I was paying more attention to like what the characters and the actors, were doing and stuff like that.
Okay, how about this one? I don't know how to do this instrument. This is a bad impersonation of the instrument.
Hymn 173 in your hymnals.
Come on, Sinatra sang this. We've already covered this.
Sinatra's name.
That was my instrument impersonation from this movie.
That girl, Gertrude?
Yeah, but what's the instrument? Come on.
The flute?
No.
What was she playing? The kazoo? No, not the kazoo.
Gosh, sorry, Jen.
Bassoon? No.
It's not a bassoon.
Bassoon?
Can
Clarinet?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, God, I'm going to give you at least 1 point for that. It's the song that the girl sings in the musical when she's like singing to Mr. Holland.
Oh, yes. The little, yeah.
Like a little lamb that's lost in the wood.
I don't remember the name of the song.
Try to be good.
I would just all I want is love.
Would. Someone to watch over me.
Yes.
I want to keep singing, but I won't.
No.
Gosh, Josue.
Bro, I did not pay attention to the music.
5 points. Oh, gosh.
Okay, I can do this one.
Great.
Pop. Right? Okay, so you know, pop, 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 pop. Okay, cool.
Yeah, got it.
Pop, 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 pop.
This is poorly thought out. Okay, it's a snare drum.
Yep.
Okay. Pop, 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 pop. But I don't know.
That's the very beginning of the song. Pop, 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 pop.
I have no idea. Can you just hum a few bars? We're breaking this game, but that's what it sounded like before.
Mm-hmm.
Da, 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 da. No. This is Ray Charles.
Yeah.
I got a woman.
Yes.
I got a woman. Pop, 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 pop. Got it. Boom, baby. That's 3 points. Instrument, song, and Ray Charles with just a little bit of help.
Let me do the next one.
Yeah, but I gotcha.
Golly.
Okay, here we go.
I only know that because that song has actually lasted the test of time. It's actually made its way into pop culture.
Yeah, here we go. Whoa, whoa. This instrument is getting more obscure. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, is it that? I didn't see this in the movie.
It's not. Whoa, whoa.
It's that it's that saw, right? With the
close. This is not played. You play it without touching it.
The what is it called? A theremin.
Yeah, it's at least 1 point. Can you get the song?
No.
Okay.
Bop,
bop. Ba da ba da ba 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 da ba ba ba.
No. No. What is it?
It is Uptight.
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 Is it in the movie?
The words of
It's in the movie?
Yeah.
Huh.
This is maybe a hint at us that this is individual. Remember all that time we tried to figure out that other Stevie Wonder song? This is a Stevie Wonder song.
Oh, really?
Remember there was a song
that's
that was
right.
like trying to get. Oh yeah.
Da, 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 da.
Yep. His songs are hard to name. Okay, well, good job. 1 point. Can't we got 2 left. We got 2 left, everybody. So just hang in
This
there.
one should be the last one.
Sounds like the beginning of Dune.
Yeah. Okay. What instrument is that?
It's a didgeridoo.
All right. Cool. And then good luck on the song. I don't know how I'm gonna do that song because I don't actually know it.
Okay. Let me. So that's one. We got 1 point out of that.
Yep.
Let me help our listeners. Maybe they can get the.
There's no way. If any of you listening know.
Oh, can you come on?
What song is that?
Come on. Okay, here we go. Do I have to do it as a didgeridoo? Whoa. No, I can't.
There's no way. Waiting in the dew with you, Spanish ladies. You're not gonna get it. What song is this?
Ba 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 ba.
Oh, it's that. Oh, it's the song that they do.
Home in trouble.
It's the first song that they do.
I don't mind.
It's the song that they do. The first song that he does with the class, right?
No, it's the audition
something
song.
I don't know what to do or something like that. I don't know.
It's the audition song that they play. I Got Rhythm. Yeah. I Got Rhythm.
Is that the first song that they do?
No,
or
but they show all the terrible auditions just over and over.
Yeah. But is that the first play that they have him do?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Well, it's the one because they have the football players come in and do the dancing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Because they're cutting little by little. They're cutting the arts and the music.
Yeah. This last one is me.
Budget. Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
This is crazy.
Ting, 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 ting.
It won't matter. Is it the triangle?
Yeah, good job. Ting, 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 ting. Ding, 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 ding.
I don't know the name of that song, but it's the ding, 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 ding. Is that Indian Native American thing, right?
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, Beautiful, Beautiful Boy by John Lennon.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
There you go.
You did the facial thing, and that's the only thing
I don't know what you're talking about. I was just singing in sign language, Josue. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 6. Sorry, can't help it anymore. I can't help it anymore. 13 points, Josue.
That's awesome.
That is terrible.
Out of how much?
Out of a potential 30.
Wow.
Well, unless you count all the artists as bonus. So then it's 13 out of 20, and it's still failing grade.
I wasn't paying attention to the music. Like, I didn't care about the music.
I feel like I can't trust your opinion now on this movie.
Well, because I didn't feel like the movie was about the music.
It wasn't.
That's what I'm saying.
It wasn't. It was just subtext, like the era, like the historical facts in the background. It's not about that. It was just giving it color.
Yeah. I wasn't paying attention to like the songs he was teaching the kids or whatever.
I will, to be honest, I looked up, I had the idea for this quiz and then I looked up the songs and there are not that many. I think I pretty much grabbed every single song besides the really obscure ones by like Mozart or something. Yeah. So that's how it is. Well, everybody, if you're listening along or watching and you made it this long, we could use your help. So please hit like and subscribe. Josue, Mr. Holland's Opus, you had never seen it before. It came out in 1995.
Yep, I was 5 years old. No, 10 years old.
Yeah, nice try. Yeah, 10. I was in junior high at the time.
My goodness.
And it's 2 hours and 23 minutes long, which I didn't remember it being that long.
It felt long.
And it felt long for me too, because we didn't watch it until last night after coming home from a band concert, as it is. And we had to watch all the different bands, junior high to high school. Yeah. So it really felt on theme for the Abiad household. So funny. But we didn't get home until after 8. Yeah. And, I had to eat dinner and then watch this movie. Yeah. So we were all ready to go to the bed by the time we got to the end of it.
I had to split this movie up into 2 days.
Yeah. And so you watched it by yourself?
Pretty much, yeah.
Here's the problem.
I watched the first half with Elizabeth.
Yeah. And she wasn't into it?
I mean, she wasn't like dying to see the rest of it.
How does this movie end? Okay, well, first, let me just tell you about the director of this movie, a man named Stephen Herrick. Stephen Herrick also directed Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. He directed Rush Hour.
What?
He directed the live version of 101 Dalmatians with Glenn Close.
What?
He directed The Mighty Ducks. He was the executive producer on MacGyver, the whole series.
MacGyver.
And my favorite, he directed The Three Musketeers. Josue, The Three Musketeers that we already watched, same guy.
What a crazy... That's weird.
I was so surprised.
What the heck?
If you've not seen Mr. Holland's Opus, it stars Richard Dreyfuss.
Yep.
He was Oscar nominated for his performance.
In the role of a lifetime.
In this movie. The story spans multiple decades.
Yep.
It starts in the 60s. It ends in the 90s, which is when the movie came out.
Yeah.
And we got to 1990s, and every time you get to a new era, they sort of pan out and they show you the school and the students walking around and stuff.
Like what's happening in the world.
Yeah, Lucy's like, is this what school was like in the 90s? I'm like, not my school. Maybe your mom's school. Well, Hernandez wasn't either. But
no, mine either. Well, this is on the East Coast. So on the West Coast. Yeah. Would you say it was in
I think in Seattle or somewhere around there. But they set it up in each historical era, which I feel like is one of the things for this movie that really works. It grounds it in history. Yeah. But it's not about that. Like when you're very first starting the movie and he goes to the high school, they're renaming it Richard Nixon. That would be the worst. No. John F. Kennedy. Yeah. They were like covering up Ulysses S. Grant because Kennedy was just assassinated like a year or two earlier in the timeline of this movie. Yeah. There's also a great supporting cast here, which we can talk about in a little bit.
I really like the principal. Like his first principal.
Olympia Dukakis.
Yeah, she was great.
Who you might also know from Steel Magnolias and all 3 of the Look Who's Talking movies.
Oh, really?
Apparently. I didn't remember her from that. And then the lady who plays his wife is Glenn Headley, who we were all like, how do I know this person? And I have not seen Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. She's in that.
I have seen that one.
She's in Dick Tracy. I think she's his
Oh wow.
wife or something.
I remember watching Dick Tracy when I was a kid, and I don't think I've seen it again. I must have seen that movie like maybe once or twice.
Yeah, I remember.
But I never revisited it.
I remember watching it at my cousin's house at the same era as Roger Rabbit. It was like one of those sorts of movies that was...
It's not along the same lines as like silly type of thing.
Okay, so if you had to describe Mr. Holland's Opus as a vibe...
Yeah.
I'm not talking like criticism, critique. I just mean, what's this movie?
What's this movie? I mean... You know, I got a few things out. I don't know, man. I don't know how to describe this movie.
Well, what type of movie is it? Because it's not a comedy.
It's
right?
like
It's not like Forrest Gump either. It's a very specific kind of movie, which is why I think it worked for me. And
it's like almost like a biopic of a person who doesn't exist, right? A biopic of a the career of a music teacher.
It's like coming of age, but for an adult.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, for sure.
You're watching this person evolve and their life kind of go on and become whoever they're going to become.
A retired music teacher.
Yeah. Retired. Quote unquote retired.
Unquote. Yeah.
Okay, so you never saw this. I saw this. I'm pretty sure I saw this in school, probably in one of my music classes.
Oh,
we
really?
watched this.
Yeah.
Yeah, more than once with a music teacher.
This was my first time, and I appreciated it. I thought it was a good movie. I think I wouldn't tell anybody not to watch it. I think it's...
Well, what's the setup? What are we getting into? If you haven't watched Mr. Holland's Opus...
It's a man, I don't know. There's a lot of
Well, not the whole plot, but what is the movie about?
It's about a man who becomes a teacher, a music teacher.
Semi-reluctantly. Pretty reluctantly.
Yeah. He's like, you know what? I want to compose. I love music. I want to compose my own music, but I also need to provide.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm going to go ahead and be a teacher for a while. And on the side, maybe I'll get a chance to write my music.
Right.
And it's one of those stories that is like, you think you're going to, I mean, so many people, I've met so many people in this type of situation or stories like this, where it's like, I wanted to do this, but I did this because I thought this would be a short-term thing, but it turned into my career.
Yeah.
And it turned out good, or I regret not doing X, Y, Z, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It can go both ways. It can go, man, I regret not chasing my dream, or it can go, you know what? I didn't want to do this, but it turns out I love doing this.
Right.
And so there's a little bit of both in this movie, I feel like. And at the end,
well,
I don't want to jump. Yeah.
What this movie does well, in my mind, is it gives you a snapshot of life that feels real. Like there are moments, of course, that are obviously scripted, you know, things that are, you just have to kind of go along with it. But there are also moments where like you come in and he's a lazy musician. He doesn't want to get up for work, you know, early. You know, then he goes to the school and they're walking down the hallway, him and Olympia Dukakis' character, the principal, right? And she's talking to him about his job and calling out students. Like, what does she say? She's like, this isn't a drive-in, or whatever she says while she's walking in the hallway, you know? And then the interaction with the students, like bored in class, or like, you know, them when they discover about their, you know, pregnancy, or these little things in the movie that feel like identifiable as real human experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's for sure.
The dress code. Did you hear at school? You ever go to school with a dress code? Where the assistant principal was like, ladies, right now, on your knees.
Oh,
He's like measuring her skirt length.
I remember that, yeah.
That definitely brought back some memories.
We didn't have a dress code.
School.
I did go to a school for a short while that had a dress code, but it was they gave you a blue shirt, and you could only wear you had to wear khaki pants.
Yeah,
but you couldn't wear a belt. And
you couldn't wear a belt.
You couldn't wear boots. You had to wear some type of tennis shoe. And
this is like a prison.
You couldn't wear any like jewelry.
This is a prison. You were in juvenile detention.
No, it was an alternative learning center where
prison
bad kids went to, and your class.
You can't wear a belt. That's where I started going.
Yeah, you can't wear a belt. You can't bring a backpack. You can't bring anything with you. You can't
leave your brass knuckles at home.
You can't have any jewelry on you. No necklaces, no nothing. But it had to be the blue shirt that they gave you.
Yeah.
Basically a Hanes undershirt. tucked into khakis.
Dude, this is prison.
And yeah, that's the only thing you could wear. And
That's so funny because I felt so oppressed at my high school, but it was just like khaki pants, but you had to have your collared shirt on. It had to be tucked in. You had to wear a belt that was leather or leather-like. No open-toed anything. You better have socks on your feet. You know, it was very rigid. And the shorts thing was real. Did we already talk about this? Like, I got in trouble the first year they instituted the dress code because my shorts were too long.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You were wearing some Jinkos or something?
And there was, you know, it was that era where it was like cargo shorts, but they
Yeah.
hung a little too low below my knees. So the only way I could get around it was to tape them up when I would wear them.
That or hike them up?
No, what?
No.
It's too big for that. And then Mr. Holland comes in, you know, and he's got very like new teacher energy. He's really green.
Yeah.
You're feeling the awkwardness of him in the class because he doesn't know what he's doing and they're bored out of their minds.
Yeah.
And then he's like mean and angry until he kind of finds his lane.
Mm-hmm.
And this movie is him sort of finding his lane and then going.
It was funny because immediately I was like, bro, they don't care about this music. Play something they might want to actually listen to.
Yeah, you were
and
feeling
play.
it from the student's perspective.
I'm like, yo, dude. And then he finally starts teaching them like rock and roll. And I'm like,
You say finally. That was in the first act of the movie.
I mean, it felt long to me.
Which is my favorite part of the movie, by the way. Okay, let me walk you through this with some quotable quotes.
Okay.
Here we go. First one for you today. Sylvie, don't tease me. I need extra. Sylvie.
Who is Sylvie? Who's saying? I don't know.
We've never met. She doesn't even, you don't even see her in the movie.
Oh.
But this guy says, Sylvie, don't tease me. I need extra. I'll give you.
The coach.
Yeah.
Who he wants to get more food. Yep.
Yeah, the other line I had from him is, I can't remember the last time I had that was free, which I thought was a good line. This is Coach Meister.
He was cool.
He was a great
really cool.
character.
It was okay. I missed something here. Was it Clarence Thomas? Is that the actor's name? The black kid?
Howard. No, Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard. Was he the kid? Was he the kid that died?
With the drum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did you notice though that because I thought Forrest Whitaker was also in this? It is not him.
Oh yeah, I thought
It
so
is
too.
Damon Whitaker. Is he a brother?
It's his brother.
I was really
That was funny.
But there was a couple things. Even when Terrence Howard popped up, I was surprised.
Yeah, me too.
To see him in
And
this.
I'm like, oh, this is gonna be great. And then he's in it for like a split second.
He was good in it though. He was young, man. Nobody knew who he was at the time. It was in the 90s.
Yeah, I mean, he did a good job. His dancing with his hands, you could tell he was like, I'm supposed to act like I can't dance. But he's like, but I'm black. I can dance. That's what it felt like. Like he was trying really hard not to be on beat, but it wasn't believable to me.
Yeah. His
Like,
non-dancing.
Yeah. I'm like,
I don't know. Have you ever seen somebody that can't dance?
yeah, but I guess because I know who that dude is. I've seen him before, you know what I mean? I'm like,
you ever
there's
seen him
no
dance?
way. I'm pretty sure I have. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being
Racist.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen Terrence
I was
Howard
like, this dude doesn't have rhythm? Come on. He's
I
gotta
got
have
rhythm. Okay, here's another quote for you. This one's a little longer. Let me cut it. A teacher has two jobs. Fill young minds with knowledge, yes, but more important, give those minds a compass so that knowledge doesn't go to waste.
I think that's the principle, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Principal Jacobs. What's the context of that quote? Do you remember?
When he's getting in trouble,
He's getting in trouble.
you know, he's like, "Are you teaching? What am I supposed to tell the teachers, the parents that you're teaching?"
Oh,
rock and
no,
roll?
it
Isn't
wasn't that scene.
context? Oh.
No, it was, she chases him down because she wants him to be part of some committee about textbooks or something. And she's like, you know, all the staff here, you make it to your car the fastest right after you're beating the students to your car. You should be our track coach. And she's talking to him about he's like disengaged and he's obviously just clocking in and clocking out and doing
Yep.
the job he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
And she's encouraging him, like the real job of teaching is not to just disseminate facts, but it's to impart this knowledge in a way that the students it's not about the knowledge, it's about the learning.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you another quote. I just like that. I like the development of his character from going, I don't want to be here, I'm just doing it, to I'm going to do this. I'm committed to doing this for my family.
And
But
this is
just-
before he had a kid, right? Or
Yeah,
he-
it was before he had the kid, and then right at that moment, it kind of pivots for him. I think when he finds out that his wife is pregnant, and he's having those conversations with his wife along the way, and she's kind of giving him advice, and he's realizing oh, there's value in being a teacher, but then he's doing it wrong. But then also, like you said, that rock and roll moment where he starts teaching the kids in a way that they actually cared.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, it's not just about what I want to do. It's about reaching these students with what I love, but trying to package it in a way that they can also appreciate it.
Yeah.
So I liked watching his mode of, methodology change.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. You're definitely speeding, Mr. Holland. I don't think you're supposed to be just passing on the right like that either. This is a one-way street, Mr. Holland.
Yeah, he's going to the hospital he's teaching driver's ed in the summer.
Yeah.
And the student is freaking out because he's racing to the hospital to go see his newborn kid, which is crazy to me that he wasn't already there.
Yeah, it was quite the setup too, and I wasn't sure.
I was thinking in my mind, oh, this is a bad sign.
Oh yeah.
Because like if you're not at the birth of your child, you have your priorities way messed up.
So now tell me this, because culturally speaking, in that era, 60s into 70s, is this supposed to be a normal thing?
I don't know, man.
Because then
she didn't. Well, yeah, you're right. Maybe because she didn't bat an eye. She was like, "You have a son." Like it was okay.
And she's like, "His name is Coltrane," and I'm like, "Did you just pick that on your own?" Because for us as the viewers, it's like, "Oh, that's sentimental because of his tie to John Coltrane," but. Did she not tell him? Did they talk about this? He just comes and knocks on the glasses like, "Where's my child?" And he goes to the room.
How in the world? Like, yeah, because if I had done something like that, it shouldn't have been like, "Oh, I'm surprised you're even here.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna be at home and wait for me to bring your kid there. Like, get the out of here. You just completely weren't here for the birth of your child. Like, what? That would have been like a really bad consequence type of thing.
Give me the scenario here. How would this really play out in your life?
Yeah.
Okay. If you're working or doing something not out of the ordinary, you're just your normal thing, and your wife prematurely goes into labor.
And is this before cell phones?
Even now, just say like it happened.
Even now.
It happened unexpectedly early, and you were on the other side. We live in D.C. It was so far away that you couldn't get there. You literally sped the whole way there as soon as you found out, but you couldn't do anything about it. How would that play out? Because if your wife literally just had a baby, right, and it happened that fast.
I think it would have been one of those things, knowing my wife, it would have been one of those, hey, you're going to take vacation time or take time off at this date until the baby comes, because I don't want you to be so far away that you can't.
But say it happened a month early. That's what I feel in this moment. It was something unexpected. He's obviously speeding.
I think I would get a text message going, "I'm on the way to the hospital because the baby's coming early." I would have been like, "Oh shoot! Hey, peace out, guys."
That's what happened. That's what happened in this movie.
Yeah, but sure. Yeah, but I think I don't know. I don't think we'd be. I would. That's the thing, though. I think I wouldn't be that far away that I couldn't get to the hospital before the baby was born. And unless like she's like, the baby's coming, I might have this kid in the ambulance.
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay, well, there's nothing I can do. I'll get there as soon as I can.
Because that's not the point of this whole story, that they're not giving you all those details. So you just have to put that together in your own mind,
Yeah, but they don't do a great job of, I don't know, there were no cell phones. How was he in the car, and how did he get the news that he's rushing and he's putting these kids in danger?
Oh, I bet this is how I picture it. He's doing driver's ed with the kids around the school.
Okay.
So he's out with one of the kids doing driver's ed, not knowing what's going on.
And somebody from the school goes, "Hey, Mr. Holland,
they
your
pull
wife?"
in. Yeah. Exactly. And he's like, "Move over." He gets in the driver's seat and they just go. That's why the kids are in the car, because otherwise why?
Yeah, I would have been like, "Hey, get out of the car."
No, you're like in speed mode. It's just you're go, go, go.
Yeah, he's just not thinking.
Yeah, but the whole movie...
Because then what happens to those kids? They're in the hospital like...
They came into the delivery or whatever room.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I'm like, this is a little weird. Yeah. They're all just standing at the door.
Yeah.
I also think that his wife over the course of this movie is the sweetest person.
She was amazing.
He doesn't deserve this woman.
No. No. She was amazing.
I mean, she loves him, so that's good too.
Yeah.
But, whatever.
Golly.
Okay, how about this one? Rock and roll, by its very nature, leads to a breakdown in discipline.
That's what's his name? Is he the assistant principal at that
Yeah,
point?
he's the vice principal.
The vice principal.
His name is Gene Walters.
And his haircut was wild. And
William-
then at the end, or not the at the end, you see his wife, and she looks just like him. So it's pretty much the same haircut and glasses.
William H. Macy. I don't
Yeah.
remember what else he's in.
He's in a bunch of
but
other
he plays
stuff.
a good uptight.
Yeah.
Uptight.
He's funny.
The kids, though, didn't understand that at all, that the idea of rock and roll being so controversial. It's ridiculous looking back from the year 2026, okay, at 1960 and going, oh, that rock and roll music, it's like so timid.
I know everybody. Yeah, exactly.
But
It's
not in that
completely
era. It was like a big thing.
Well, in that era, they were that was like the era of like, Jimi Hendrix and doing psychedelics and all that
Almost,
kind of
yeah, it was
stuff.
about- they were about to
It's
step into
get
that,
there.
yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's not timid to us anymore, but then it was pretty revolutionary. So
It was very revolutionary.
No.
That's what I mean. These cultural things that we don't really think about. I guess that's just what I find fascinating
Yeah.
about it. That whole aspect of it. Principal Walters. Okay, how about this? A few more. Just try to imagine Beethoven standing on that podium, holding his baton, his hands waving gracefully through the air, the orchestra in his mind playing perfectly, and the orchestra in front of him trying desperately just to keep up.
oh yeah, that's him talking to his class after he finds out his kid is deaf.
Well, how did you experience that scene of the parade? So they got the marching band thing going on. Mr. Holland is marching with the students.
I thought, so it's funny because I'm thinking about this dude's life and I'm going, I mean, you have to love at some point doing what you're doing
Yeah.
because I'm like, this sucks. Like, this sucks for this dude. Because he had to put the whole marching outfit on and go out there and parade. I'm like, I would never, I don't think I'd ever do that.
I'd like to see you do that.
I'd
do it.
Because it sounded like the principal was just like, hey, you're going to do this now you pretty much got to do this to keep your job.
Yeah.
Oh man, he definitely I'm like, did you really need this job, bro? You couldn't have done anything else. I mean,
but at that point he had discovered that he loved it.
Not
the marching band part, but the other part, he was kicking. It was finally going.
I guess. I mean, anyway, I just didn't see myself in that. You know what I mean? I'm like, I would never do that. It's so like, I don't know. Just
As you talked about it, I thought, oh, this feels a lot like church.
what do you mean?
I don't know. Here's your job, but also I need you to do this. Or, oh, this came up. This is on your plate now.
Yeah, but you don't have to dress up like a ridiculous fool.
Josue, you want to rethink that statement?
You don't have to put on a crazy outfit and a hat and I can't do that.
You need to go to a couple more churches, I think.
But I mean, yeah, I'm just like, no, sorry, I'm not doing that. I don't, I'll teach these kids how to march, but I'm not going to be the one in the front with a hat and.
Okay, but the discovery that his son can't hear.
Yeah, that was really cool. Like I said, like the his wife, the stupid fire engine is like blaring really. I'm like, and I don't remember hearing any fire engine sound like that. But this thing was super loud.
Very loud.
And everybody's like, ow, and they're covering their ears. And when she goes to her kid, he's sound asleep.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, shoot, he can't hear.
The way that I portrayed that the first time I saw it as a kid is I thought in that moment something happened to him. And I thought about it this time as we were watching it. Because he looked dead. Mm-hmm. And then, he's deaf. But when I saw it as a kid, I just assumed that he lost his hearing in that moment, which would make no sense because then he would be in pain or whatever.
Yeah.
But when you watch the movie, the way that they cut that scene, it just feels like it's so dramatic. And I get why now because they're showing you he's not experiencing this.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But he did move a little bit, his eyes moved or whatever. So I didn't think he was dead.
Were you surprised?
Yeah. Heck yeah, I was surprised. And I was like, oh, shoot. Like, he loves music. Now his kid, like, how is he going to, like, do music with his kid? I'm thinking, oh, maybe his kid becomes, like, super talented in music, like Beethoven, and it's like, I'm like, oh, this is going to get interesting. Like, they're going to teach their kid. Is this kid going to be a genius in music even though he can't hear? No, it just turns out this gives him a reason to be a terrible father.
Well, he's in that moment, though, afterwards talking to his class about Beethoven.
Yeah, and I'm thinking,
and then he's explaining how he cut the legs off his piano in this story, which is probably not, it's like, apocryphal or whatever, but about how he's pounding on the keys with his head to the floor just to feel the vibration. And then the student asks, he's like, how would he know when he's composing this music what a C sounds like or whatever? And then he says that line, he's like, oh, well, Beethoven wasn't born deaf. And then you realize the difference. And he's feeling it in the moment because he's like, this is what he's going through right now. And he's teaching something that he already knew, but now it's got kind of new substance because he's experiencing this through the eyes and ears of his son.
Well, that doesn't make any sense because his kid had 90% hearing loss.
They said that, but he basically couldn't hear.
Yeah, but he was also, when he was working on that car, he put that thing up next to his ear so he could hear how it was like.
I thought that was
affecting the car.
vibration.
It's vibration, but but it's going to his ear.
Sure.
So he's also
very
listening.
Little bit.
He's listening for like a
but
click
not
or
enough
clank.
to hear music, not enough to hear a note and know what that is.
I don't know,
Beethoven lost that. You know?
Yeah. I guess you're right. If you lose it over time, it's different than not having it at all ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't take away the fact that he just didn't put any effort into his kid, man. I'm like, yo.
I
bro.
think the
and that's the thing where I couldn't relate because I just don't ever. I like my kids more than I like other people's kids, period. And that I don't understand how you could prioritize kids that you see only for a year and they leave your class.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's different like if you're close to somebody like me and you. Like your kids I'm closer to your kids and I care about your kids more than I would care about some strangers' kids or students, right? That I'm only going to know for like, I don't know, a year. And then there's like spring break and then there's summer or winter break and stuff like that. I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm going to be like, hey, I need to learn sign language because my kid needs to. And so, hey, principal, I'm going to give you guys a lot less of my, because this is more of a priority.
It definitely doesn't make sense if you look at it in that light. I didn't think too much about it because I guess the other part of it is, and maybe that's why I relate with it. I'm thinking about this guy as a musician, right? And even in the way that he's teaching the kids, that it's not about the notes on the page. Yeah. But there are the notes on the page. So it's almost like mathematics where this is all quantifiable.
Well, it's like when my jazz teacher was like, hey, learn all the theory you can, but then forget it. Yeah. Because like you have to know all that stuff, but then once you know it, then you can really start making art with it. You can really start playing around with it. Whatever.
Well, here's what this movie does. He learns to teach that to his students, right? Because he starts off teaching them. But he doesn't
know how to teach that to himself.
Well, that's what the movie is. Yeah. He's been trying to find a way to teach them. And at the same time, at the beginning of the movie, his wife gets pregnant. And then here comes his teacher, his son. And the whole movie is now him learning that lesson in his life, not in the music class, from his teacher, which is his son. You know what I mean? Yeah. In this unexpected way. Yeah. You know, and so instead from this analytical guy or musician, he's creative, but he's like, everything's got a place. It's got a bass clef. It's got a treble clef. It's got a key signature. It's got a scale, right? Yeah. And then he's given this son and he thinks he knows how to operate this piece of music. But then here you throw this wrench in it and he doesn't understand it. So what does he do? He goes to what he understands. Yeah. And
which is fine, which is no, you know, it's not reasonable, but it's understandable. Yeah. That folly or whatever. I just couldn't identify with it, you know, because... Yeah, I just couldn't identify because I don't know why I just couldn't. I kept looking at him like this dude kind of sucks.
He's very mean.
He's mean. He's like selfish, self-centered.
Not all the time, but like the way that he expresses, especially his relationship with his kid, it's hard to watch sometimes.
Exactly, but I mean, not everyone's perfect. I mean, he did it. I think he found his way back. I mean, I think a little too late, but. He never fell for temptation in the middle of everything. God, that was crazy that they put that in there. This for high school student.
That was Did you recognize her?
No.
From anything else?
Was she in Stranger Things? Is she that curly haired girl in Stranger Things?
No.
She looked just like her.
Her name is Jean Louisa Kelly. She is in Uncle Buck. You ever see Uncle Buck? Mm-hmm. We talk about this. She's like the kid in that. Yes, Dear. Remember the sitcom Yes, Dear?
I I can recall it, but I don't think I ever watched it.
Okay, she's the wife in that.
Mm.
And I guess she was in Top Gun Maverick. I don't know. But she plays this character called Rowena Morgan.
Yeah, yep.
And she...
That's the other thing I thought was really stupid. He was writing his own music, and then he put her name on it.
Yeah.
And his wife was like, "Who's Rowena?" And he completely blatant lied.
Well, because
like,
what's he supposed to say? My student's name?
He could be like, "Yeah, I'm writing this after this student because she's super talented." And
I think
or he could have said like, "Oh, this is a piece that we were trying. Maybe we might do for the show, but maybe not. So that's why it's her piece." Dude,
but he's been working on it all this time, you know, like she's going to piece it together. And I think he's also trying to come to terms with what he's feeling.
I think he's just a moron.
I find myself defending Mr. Holland.
I don't know.
Not because I support him 100%, but I feel like give the guy a break.
Yeah, but I also feel like a terrible person because I'm like, do you not know how to lie, bro? Like, what are you doing? Or do you not know how to hide stuff? And I'm like, oh, man. Do I hide things? Am I a bad person?
Here
like,
we are. We've hit the roof.
You know what I mean? Like, what am I lying about, and what am I covering up? I mean, I guess because I did come from, I did have a past when I was in middle school and high school where I hid things from my parents, and I was really good at it.
That's why they wouldn't let you wear a belt.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And so I'm just, when I see somebody who's, terrible at it, I'm just like, you're an idiot. Have you not lied before?
I was just talking to somebody about this because I feel like in church culture, we look at the rosy picture of like some of these idyllic figures and we paint them as saints and we put them on the wall. But what you have in like the Psalms is David just sort of telling you all of his junk.
Yeah.
And what we gain from it is the real perspective of somebody wrestling with something and them getting through it. But you get all the raw stuff that nobody ever shares.
Yeah.
And so I think what a movie like this does for me is it gives you a glimpse into that stuff and it makes you wrestle with your humanity and go, well, like you said, either I identify with that or it's causing me to look at something in myself and maybe I don't like that.
Yeah. Exactly. No, you're right.
Every time I watch this movie, I find it an emotional experience. I'm not joking. Serious, and not because I feel like I'm Mr. Holland. There are some things I identify with, but the tension, like even their relationship with this girl Rowena, which seems ridiculous. And
at the end of the day, he did the right thing.
Yeah,
and
he walks up to that bus stop, and you're almost like, what's going on, And then you see her disappointment, and he realizes, and it takes him on that lesson where he goes back to his wife, and he realizes the value there. But in the moment that he's writing the song, and he tells her the name, whatever, and he lies about it, he's still not really sure what he thinks.
Yeah, but I mean, you're right. I think that's the whole thing of I guess the arc, I guess, that I felt like I've had in my life where, honesty is always the best avenue. Like I don't think you can be honest about whatever. I don't know. I
agree with you. I just don't see how that plays out in that moment.
Exactly. I don't know how you say, well, sweetheart, this high school hussy's going after me, and she looks
high school hussy,
and she's really making me kind of lustful here. Like you can't. I mean, how do you?
But I don't even. How do you even have that conversation? I don't think it was that, Josue. I think he was feeling appreciated by somebody in a way that he wasn't getting at home, and not that his home was at fault. He wasn't there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's not with his son. So he's poured his entire life into school, and that's where he's getting his value.
I did identify with the workaholic version of him, like working all the time and kind of feeling like you're neglecting your home.
Yeah.
Or like, I've definitely felt like that before where I'm like, man, I've spent so much time doing X, Y, Z, and I just want to be home. Or, and I haven't done enough with my, my wife or my kids, or but I think it's always a good thing to always feel that way, because when you do feel that way, it's better than never ever feeling that way.
Yeah,
because then you're just ignorant the fact that you've neglected. I think there's always a saving grace there of like, oh, if I feel this way, I'm gonna fix it rather than not. I guess
I was thinking about that watching movies like this. So this movie, we were talking about how we classify it. I feel like sits in this melancholy space that Jeff, tend to go back to. And it's not like sometimes you'll watch like a romance movie and you leave it feeling like lovey feelings towards, your wife or your significant other if you're not married or whatever.
Yeah.
And it inspires you to be more I don't know, romantic or outward expressive or whatever.
Yeah.
But you watch a movie like this, and I feel like it inspires me to be a little bit introspective, maybe critical, maybe sit in some of those feelings that I'm less comfortable with.
Yeah.
And it's like listening, and we talked like a while ago about like Jacob Collier or Lizzie McAlpine or some of these things.
Mm-hmm.
I will go back to those songs, and my kids mock me because I'll shuffle my algorithm and I'll play some real sad songs. And they're like, why do you like music like this? And it sits in the same spot as some worship music does too, where it's like this, like, it's earnest, it's reflective.
Yeah.
It's not super rah-rah. It's not depressing. It's just, here's what I feel right now.
Yeah.
And that's what this movie, I feel like, does. Like, even the way that the
see that.
relationship with the wife evolves, where he's like, they're like, you know, newly married or young married, and they're looking at the world all rosy. And then he starts getting into this scenario where you're like, he's teaching and he's doing this. They have a kid now. They're paying their mortgage. He's working. He's getting older. You know, their relationship changes. It ebbs and flows, but then they keep coming back to each other.
Yeah.
Which feels like life to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe because I'm in it. Maybe because I'm in my 40s now, and I'm in one of those arcs. You know.
I guess. Yeah. No. I think you're totally right. It's just, you know, you have. I think you have different, like, ways of viewing, you know, different people and how they do their things. Right. Like, I think all of us do. You know, we relate to somebody, you know, in one way, and we relate to somebody else in a different way based off of our, you know, lived experiences, you know? And so, like, I can relate to him in a few things, but in others I can't, because I'm the type of person to also kind of just say no to things that I don't want to do. Like, I think it's one of those learned things of like, oh man, if I say no, then that frees me up to do things I do want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's no consequence to say, there's no real, what's the worst thing that could happen if you say no? Like, if he would have said, well, no, I don't want to do this, you know, the extra stuff you're telling me to do.
Like the marching band
stuff or whatever, or this kid, he's not going to learn how to play a drum, and I don't want to. What's the worst that could happen? You get fired when you're still young, and you go and you find a different job, and you just do. Like,
yeah,
you're stuck. You that feeling of like, I didn't do what I wanted to do in the end.
Yeah.
That's totally all on you, because you didn't do what you wanted to do. So feel sad about it if you want. But you know, you had the chance not to feel sad about it because you had a choice. Like, I don't know.
It's true. But I guess in the way that a fantasy movie is like fantastical and an action movie is action, like that's what this
like
movie
the fact that he didn't become like
stuff.
The principal or something. He didn't have like the ambition to like leave this so that he could have a job until he wanted to actually retire. Like, dude, I mean, at the end of the day, if like I was on the side of the what's his name? The guy with the haircut, the vice principal.
Yeah, Vice Principal Walters.
At the end of the day, I understood what he was saying. It's like, hey, if they're gonna cut money and I have to do, you know, math and sciences over music.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to teach math and science over music. Sorry, because you can go anywhere. You can get a private tutor for music. You can, it's. Sorry, bro. Like, you're getting canned because. Yeah, if you don't have music, if you don't do these things, then, you know, why do them, right? You're not gonna have a reason to do any art. I think it's super important. Yeah, I understand, but you never did anything to secure yourself to not be on the chopping block.
Yeah, but you're saying he does something besides music. He becomes a principal.
Yeah,
but then what about the music?
You just hire another music teacher.
But you can't afford him.
Well, then who cares? I'm just like more,
way
more practical. Like I'm just like, okay, man, like whatever.
And again,
because at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. It does, but in that sense, you know, you have private schools, you have private tutors, you have
but
you have textbooks with music,
he's trying to shape not just individual students and not just a school, but almost like society. Like, what he's fighting for is the principle that this deserves to exist and we should prioritize it.
Yeah, but not over, like, so for example, one of my teachers that I remember was my English teacher. And I would say like molding inspirational type things. She was able to do that, and it wasn't art, but it was. It was just teaching us like to pay attention to like. I remember one time like so. This was really funny because it brings it all back. We watched Forrest Gump in that class, and we had to write down what we were seeing and what we were noticing as we watched the movie. And so we did like, I think the class was like an hour long, so we didn't even do the whole movie, but like we're writing at the same time as watching it, and we're like, and then we had to like kind of say what things stood out to us and what we wrote down.
Yeah.
And it was one of these things where it's like, oh wow, we all see and notice things in stuff. And it was like this really big learning thing of like, even though we all watched the same thing, we all took things away from it differently, and what impacted us and not. And like, oh, that's humanity. So that was like, wow, that's super. And art is still there. There's still music there. So it's not like you totally miss out. It's like
I get it, but again,
because it was the movie. Yes, that's what
fighting though. But you're fighting for the idea that then those students would compose the music that would impact the next generation. And if you cut that off, we're all just looking at Beethoven. And what Mr. Holland is fighting for is, I want to cultivate the students who are going to be the next ones to carry this, to be in it, to be the makers of the music, not just, oh, look at that and that was nice, because otherwise then what do you have? 10 generations later, we talk about what music was, and we analyze it, but nobody's making it. And his whole point is, and what he learns even when he's teaching it is, get off the page, be in the music, you know what I mean? And participate in it.
Yeah.
And you can't get that if you cut the music department.
Well, sure.
Not every kid's going to afford a private tutor or private school.
Yeah. I mean, but that's just one school. Anyway.
But
within
that's
the movie,
It's like a microcosm of the whole world.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and the same thing with him, like teaching this kid. Like, had he not done the marching band and taught that kid, he would not have then come full circle to impact that kid's life and then get the story of having to go to his funeral with another student. Like, it keeps...
He said, what a waste.
It keeps touching and touching and touching. Like, that's his whole thing. And so if he were to just remove himself and do another job, then this leaves this piece of music undone, his opus. But instead, now each of those contributes to like a part of this movement.
But I think, you could... I think it's right. Like we shouldn't get rid of the arts or shouldn't get rid of music. Music is everything, and we're so involved with music.
Yeah.
But as far as like the movie is concerned, I feel like you could rewrite this and have him be a history teacher or a math teacher or a English teacher, and you could have done the same thing.
No.
I mean,
no.
I might be, but you could.
No. Baloney.
You totally could.
No way. Oh, I'm not going to be moved by history or math in the way that I was moved by some of this music. He's talking about Beethoven and the record is playing in the background.
Well, it's one of those things where at church, you ask every head of the ministry, head of ministries, which ministry is more important. They're all going to be like, "This, my ministry is way more important. Like, cares is really important. Or discipleship, they're the most important." Everyone has their.
So you're saying I'm slanted because I'm a musician?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. I mean, we were all slanted a little bit.
But I mean, think about it when he's... okay, we got to wrap it up here. But when he's teaching the class, right? And he takes them from music theory to actually appreciating music. And what does he do? He starts playing the music. You can't do that with history. You can't do that with math. I guess you could write an equation. But the minute he starts playing it, it activates something in them and in us as a viewer and in the principal who hates rock and roll. When it comes sliding down the hallway, he's like, what's that sound? Like every time a song happens, it's doing something to you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but it's. I mean, I'm saying in the context of the movie, like the storytelling.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think it needed to just be about like a music. It could have been about a history teacher. It could have been about an English teacher. It could have been about a math teacher.
Mr. Holland's biography.
I mean,
Mr. Holland's mathematical.
I mean, you could have named the movie like. The accomplishments of Mr. Holland.
Sounds thrilling.
And you could have done the same thing. Whatever. I was waiting. I'm like, where is the opus in this movie?
Where is the opus?
And it was the governor at the end who was like, we are your opus.
I
was like, oh, Okay.
Like I said, I liked the first act of this movie the best. I thought that transformation of him kind of getting the rapport with the students was the best. And then when he's like the student who's into him and wants to go to New York, it was fine. And then even the ending. But at the end, when he finally kind of reconciles with his son, you know, and he sings that song to him, every time I want to cry. And Justice was joking with me. He's like, Dad, are you crying? Because I was literally wiping my eye. And I'm like, I'm fine, buddy. It's just like, it moves me. And then the girl who becomes the mayor and is like, you know, it's only because of you. And he's sitting there realizing he thought, I've just been doing this my whole life and I never had time to do what I really wanted to do. And really it has been done all around you. And here's all the people you impacted.
Yeah.
I don't know. It gets me every time.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It didn't move me as much. I mean, I thought it was fine, but like, it's funny because he's telling people to follow their dreams, and
is he?
I mean, he told that girl go to New York. You know,
well, because he recognized
whatever.
she was talented.
Yeah, you know, I don't know. It's the thing I kept thinking about, which I mean, this is probably terrible, but I kept thinking, those who can't teach.
Those who can't teach.
Yeah. And I was like, oh man, this poor guy. He wanted to be something.
Well, this is an enjoyable movie and a depressing conversation. This made me more sad than watching Mr. Holland.
I think people should watch the movie and see what they think.
Yeah, okay. What's your verdict, Josue? Let's hear it. Let's rip off the Band-Aid.
I mean, I think it's a little
kill me.
I think it's a little bit of nostalgia. Does it hold up? I think I think it holds up, but it's not like. Was this a book before? It kind of felt like a book.
I have no idea. I think it was
like
just
maybe
a
it was a book before, but I think it's nostalgia.
Listen,
I think School of Rock did better.
Oh my God! Never! No! You are out of your mind. You are out of your mind. God, you're gonna compare Jack Black to this? God, unbelievable. Listen, guys, I think this absolutely holds up. I think you should ignore Josue 100%. I think if you've not seen this movie, you should get Mr. Holland's Opus. I think it will be more meaningful if you're a musician or have been in a band class or impacted by a band teacher, certainly. Maybe not. But I just like it. I like Richard Dreyfuss. I think he's good. I think the movie is not perfect. You know, some of the stuff with the son, like we said, is a little harsh.
Yeah.
But I find myself genuinely touched by it.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because I feel like it tried to do that. Like all the things that you're saying. Mm-hmm. I felt like they were trying to be a tearjerker a little too hard, like too obvious, I think. Now that I'm thinking back at all that stuff, I was like, oh yeah, why didn't I feel an emotional hit when he was singing to his son? Mm-hmm. I'm like, why didn't that hit me harder? Oh, because it felt a little, to me, it felt a little forced. Huh. Like, oh yeah, well, of course.
I will say, I grew up
too obvious
having seen it, so I'm not looking at the mechanics. I know the movie to be what it is, so I'm just sort of in the story.
Yeah,
so I could see that.
I think for me, it was just like I've seen other things that hit, you know, and this one just felt like, yeah, it felt a little too forced. Like it didn't come naturally. Like, of course, like when he got up and he was going to talk, I'm like, oh, he's going to dedicate a song to his. And this, we were watching this. This is one part where Elizabeth was there. I'm like,
on your phone?
Huh?
You're watching it on your phone?
Yeah. This portion of it. And I'm like,
unbelievable.
Well, and then I'm like, oh, he's going to dedicate a song to his kid because he feels terrible about being a terrible dad. And right there.
This is why we shouldn't have phones.
Well, I mean, I watched a lot of it on the TV.
I say you need to be somewhere distraction. I'm not saying this is going to blow your mind. I just think if you can sit and pay attention and just watch it, I think it's a different experience than splitting it up and watching it on your phone.
I mean, there were really good parts in it.
Yeah, come on. Let's just close the loop and get out of here. This is too much. Hit that button, man. I can't.
It's like a snake eating its own tail.
Episode 69, we talked about Back to the Future 2. Also a flop.
Also a flop.
But we were talking about the Olympics. And you were saying that you were not impressed with the idea that the American guy was doing backflips on the ice.
Well, I was surprised that it wasn't a thing already.
Well, apparently
That's
it
all.
was a thing in the 90s and banned because of how dangerous it was. And
That's
they
probably what I remember then.
They're still not recommending people do it, but it is now allowed again.
I don't understand. I was asking my wife about that. I'm like, why can't they do backflips? And because it's dangerous. I'm like, to the person that they're dancing with? And she's like, no, to themselves. And I'm like, how do you get the skate to like hit you in the head or anything if you're doing a
I
backflip
think
or something?
because it's on ice and it's slippery, that action in particular, because when you're just jumping and twirling, also difficult. But when you're backflipping, your leverage can change. And so if you land on your neck, it's over.
Oh, okay. My bad. Okay. I was thinking like the skate would impale you or something like that.
That's probably what my wife thinks.
You know, but I mean, I guess, yeah, it is dangerous if you fall on your neck, but that could happen any if you're doing a backflip anyway, even not on ice. If you mess up and you fall on your head.
Yeah.
So why is it any different if you're on skates?
I don't know. When you're in the gym though, gymnastics stuff, there's padding around. You have more traction, you know? It's not like
I don't know, man. But the rollerblade guys do it all the time.
backflips?
Yeah.
What are you on?
I don't know, man.
Get out.
Are they not doing backflips? Dude, freaking
Okay.
like you got guys on bicycles and motorcycles doing backflips. So why can't you do it on rollerblades? Or you got guys doing backflips on skateboards.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Backflips?
Yeah.
Off like a half pipe, not just off the flat ground.
Well, yeah, well, sure. But I don't know. I don't know what the difference is. I can't do them, so props to the guys who can, and awesome. I just was surprised that it wasn't already like a normal thing. And whatever.
Speaking of things we can't do,
yeah,
downhill skiing, 70 miles an hour is not the average speed of downhill skiing. For an Olympian, yes, but the average downhill skier skis about 40 to 50 miles
that's
an
way
hour.
less. Yeah.
You had a solid prediction. We were talking about at the time of recording the last one, medal count and who your prediction. And you're like, I don't know, Norway, Josue. When you said that, we didn't know this at the time.
Yeah.
Norway was leading the medal count. And they now finally won. They had the most medals, 41 total medals for Norway.
Look at that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Second was the U.S. at 33 total medals. So
that's awesome. I'm actually rooting. You know, the FIFA World Cup's going to be in the U.S.
Yeah.
And I'm actually rooting for Norway.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to root for Norway.
Are they typically good?
Well, they have one of my favorite. They have a Erling Holland, who's a striker.
Okay.
And he's a striker for Man City in the Premier League, and he's great. He's awesome. It's like 35, 36 goals in the Premier League so far, and like I think 45 goals all in all competitions right now.
Yeah.
And he scored, I think, to qualify for the World Cup, to get the team to the World Cup, because Norway hadn't been to the World Cup in like, man, I want to say 20 years. Since he joined the Norwegian team, national team, to qualify, I think that game he scored like 3 goals to get them to qualifiers. So like, yeah, he's awesome. And they're all giants. They're all big dudes. Like,
all the Norwegians.
Yeah. Dude, it's so funny. I'm like, oh, dude, I'm rooting for them. Like, you know, the underdog. They haven't been there for 20 years, and they've got Erling Holland in the front, who's just a machine.
All right.
Maybe let's go. Yeah. It's gonna be great. But at the same time, you've got Spain, you got Argentina, you got Brazil, you got Germany. There's powerhouse, you know, teams that are, of course, you know, one of those 5 are probably going to make it to the final. So Norway is like, come on, let's go. Croatia, you know, So that's going to be exciting. The FIFA World Cup
in LA, right?
It's all over the continent. It's going to be.
It's the Olympics that are going to be in LA.
Oh, yeah. So FIFA's going to be in Mexico, Canada, and the U.S.
Cool.
It's going to be good.
Well, everybody, let us know what you think about Mr. Holland's Opus.
Yeah.
Please let us know below. Or if you're not feeling it or you don't know.
Please love on this movie.
I really am emotionally damaged. I need some time to recover. But wherever you're listening, please give us a thumbs up or take 5 seconds to give us 5 stars.
Yeah.
and we would appreciate that. Next week, we're going to be doing just a quick after the credits. We're going to have to do something more musical unless Mr. Holland focus, because I don't feel like we can. I feel like we have exhausted the movie. I'm exhausted. But we'll see. And then we'll be teasing what's coming up the week after that.
Yeah.
Which I think is another part of another trilogy.
Yes, sir.
Which we've been doing all year long. So you can join us if you just go right now to wdyt.show. And we would love for you to connect with us and let us know your opinions.
Yes. Thanks, everybody.
We'll talk to you next time.
Peace out.
Bye.